What's up, world? I am TJ, and this is Nativerezmedia, your place for opinionated tech news, reviews, and entertainment. Today, I am bringing you a review of the Photry Wireless Microphone. This is the model WM101. And as for all my reviews, I'll be going over what comes in the box. I'll be going over a little bit of the tech specs. I'll break down the ergonomics of the mic and how you set it up and things like that. And I'll give you how it's, well, I'll let you know how it sounds, and you'll hear how it sounds because I'm going to switch over to this mic at some point in this review. And then I'll give you my overall conclusion of what you're getting. Without further ado, let's jump right into this review. All right, first we're going to jump right into what comes in this box here, and I have it all laid out here because I've been using this mic for a couple of weeks now for the review. But this is the box itself, fairly small, nice sturdy box here, has a little bit of things to read on here: wireless transmission, digital microphone, charging case, noise reduction, things like that, long battery life, no delay, HD recording, small and beautiful. Hey, look at all that. I'm gonna go over, well, actually, I'll go over the tech specs that's on the back of this box here in a second, but let's open this up. So it just comes with the receiver and the wireless mic, usually separated. Receiver here, wireless mic on this, in this little area of this foam padding here, manual and all the accessories, and the little carrying case is stuffed down into there. So we're gonna stick this off to the side, and as you see, everything is down here. So you have about 4 cables here, some used to charge it, some used to transmit data through from your computer or your smartphone device to the receiver there. And again, you have your carrying case and the user manual, which is something that you're gonna want to go ahead and read through. But now I'm gonna go over the tech specs real quick for this microphone, and then go from there. So the frequency response is 36 hertz to 16 kilohertz. Microphone type is an omnidirectional mic. I can't even speak, man. I'm telling you. Sometimes. So it's an omnidirectional mic. The analog output is 3.5 millimeter TRS, of course. It does have digital audio output at a USB type C, which we'll go over that as well. The battery life is about 20 hours, and that is, I'm assuming, for the mic and the receiver here. The wireless distance is about 50 meters without barriers, and it's 10 meters like when you're indoors if you have barriers coming in between you, and I'll show that a little bit later in the video as well. And then let's see here, the wireless microphone, small, 7 grams, charging case 28 grams, which is the same for the receiver. And that is pretty much it. It, goes over the sizes, wireless microphone, charging case, like 45 millimeters by 16 millimeters by 8 millimeters for the mic, and 80 millimeters by 28 millimeters and 20 millimeters for the charging case, which is the bigger thing here. Let me set this off to the side, and I believe this uses a Bluetooth connection between the microphone and this receiver here. Honestly, you won't be able to tell a delay between speaking and the receiver picking it up in most videos. And again, that's something you're going to see when I switch over to this mic. But before I do that, I'm going to show you the mic here. It is basically nestles inside of the receiver here. This is the receiver. This is what you can clip on to your mirrorless or DSLR camera and plug into the camera. And this is the microphone, what you can just clip on to your lapel or anything like that. It is fairly small. The mic opening here it has a little grate here on the front. There is no pop filters or anything there, but I did do some outdoor tests on a slightly windy day, and you'll be able to hear the difference between recording indoors and outdoors. If you want to get some of those small little dead cats, you can. They do make them very small where you can just stick them over small mics like this. They're usually made for action cameras and things like that. All right, I'm gonna break down how you use this mic real quick here. It's fairly simple. So if you look at the receiver here, you have a couple different ports on here. You have a USB-C port, and you have just a headphone jack kind of port, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Then you have the power off and on button, and on this side you have 4 LED lights. This is the charging indication. So this receiver will charge up the mic, and that is how you will use it. I will have to read the manual actually to see how long this mic works without being charged. So give me one sec. And after digging through the manual, I was unable to find out how long this actual mic here lasts in between charges. Again, it says theoretical charge time for both these, I'm assuming, is about 20 hours. I don't think that's just the mic itself. So I'd assume probably 3 to 4 hours per charge, maybe, for just the microphone itself, and that's how long it would last on the charge. But if I find out any more information, I'll put a little flash up on the screen if I know that. If not, then yeah, you just have to wing it and try to figure that out yourself. So because I've only used it probably 30-40 minutes at a time, and I haven't had any issues. And so basically, once you take this out of the case, you're going to press and hold the power on button for a couple of seconds there, 2 seconds. And then there is a blue light on the charging indicator that does come on, and it blinks. It'll blink to show that it's trying to pair up with the mic. Then you come over to the mic, same thing, press and hold that for a couple seconds. There's a blue light right where the microphone grate is here, where the opening is. And then that will turn on blue. It will remain silent. And if you look at the blue light on the receiver here, it will then remain silent. Solid. They'll remain solid. So once both those are solid, that is where they are connected, and it is transmitting to the receiver. If you had some headphones or something like that, you can monitor that. You can plug in the headphones directly to the receiver, and you can hear yourself talking through this mic. You can hear wind noises, things like that, if you're picking anything like that up, as long as your headphones are somewhat amped or anything like that. If not, then it'll be fairly low, because it is not designed to transmit loud noises to your head, because that would distort like crazy going inside your mirrorless or your DSLR or your cell phone or anything like that. So now I'm going to switch over to this mic set and start using that for the remainder of this recording. All right, I am back, and this is the audio coming from the Photry Wireless Microphone. Something to note, this is the next day, because while editing the original video in post, I noticed a little bit of peaking, so I went back into my mirrorless camera and turned the volume all the way down on the inbuilt amplifier to 1 notch above being completely off. So if you have a mirrorless camera or a DSLR, you might want to turn the volume down while using this mic. It's fairly sensitive, and this is on the low setting. If I hit the high setting, so if I hit this button once here, it should be on the high setting now. I might be distorting, and if I hit it again, I'm going to go mute. And now I should be back to the low setting, and that's normally what you want to record with. When I go out to the field, I was on a low setting, and I was on the low setting when I was recording into my phone, and so you will see that video here in a second. Before I do that, I wanted to go over the connections real quick. The connection coming from the receiver and going into a mirrorless camera or a DSLR is it's a 3.5 millimeter connection, but it's a TRS connection to TRS. So TRS to TRS. This is a TRS to TRRS. This is what you would use to plug into your cell phone or something like that. If you have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack there, then you have your digital connections here, USB-C to USB-C, and this is used to come out of the receiver and go into a cell phone that doesn't have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. And then you have your USB to USB-C, which you can use this to plug into your computer or your laptop if you want to use this mic for Zoom meetings and things like that and still be fairly mobile. So with that being said, let's go out to the field, do that range test, and then I'll be back into the studio. All right, I am out here at the field with the Photry Wireless Microphone. I have the FEMI X8 in the air to do a little mic test here. So we're going to gauge how far away from this receiver that the microphone can get before it starts to cut off. According to the manual, it's about 50 meters, which is about 164 feet. The mic right now is about 8 inches away from my mouth here. Yep, I guess about one hang loose away. It does not have a pop filter or a dead cat on it or anything like that. So you might pick up a little wind noise out here. If you need to get one of those, there are some that you can purchase on Amazon to cover the small kind of mics like this. Inside, if there's barriers in between you and this mic, you get about, what is that, 10 meters, so about 33 feet. So keep that in mind as well. When you are inside, it's going to be reduced whenever you start getting barriers in between you and the receiver, or outside if you're doing something in the woods or whatever. This field is about, I don't know, a football and a half length, or that's so then, you know, 150 yards. I definitely don't think this will get that far. So about 164 feet. I'll walk out about 150 feet. I'll try to gauge, but I do have the FEMA recording, so you can gauge for yourself as well. So I'm going to get going. I'm going to just start backpedaling a bit. So I'll be facing the receiver at some points, and then sometimes I will turn around so that you can see if it, you know, even my back going in between the receiver and the microphone might, you know, cut out the signal a little bit. So things that you got to take into consideration when you are doing action shots, climbing on things and whatnot. So
disconnected. Connected.
More than 100 feet.
Disconnected. Connected.
If it's still recording right now, quite possibly it has stopped. So I believe this is about 150 feet, maybe a little bit more than that. So we're going to start walking back towards the microphone and seeing when or if it starts to cut back on or not. So I am still talking and walking towards the receiver there. I mean, not microphone, but we're going to dodge some of the park poop that's on the ground.
Disconnected. Connected.
Is at 17% battery because I had it in the air for a while. I was actually flying it around a little bit before starting to record this. And yeah, now we are back about where we started, 8 to 10 feet away from the receiver there. I'm going to take this off of my chest. I'm going to, you know, hold it up a little bit. You probably can pick up some of the wind. I'll blow into it and see if you can hear that. Again, I'm using a mirrorless camera with an inbuilt amplifier for the microphone. So keep that in mind. If you're using a smartphone or some other type of recording device that doesn't have an inbuilt amplifier, then you might want to switch this to the high setting or adjust from there. But all right, I am out here at the field still testing out this mic with the selfie stick here. This is the Autumn Tech selfie stick. I have the Photry microphone mounted up to my Redmi Note 10 Pro. Well, the receiver is mounted up to my Redmi Note 10 Pro. Microphone still in the same place, about 8 to 10 inches away from my mouth. This is on the low setting, so I don't know how it sounds, and I'm going to switch it to the high setting now. You guys let me know how it sounds. So this is a good running gun setup if you are out and about. You don't have a tripod and you just have your cell phone. This nice little Autumn Tech tripod stand here also doubles as that. So I have the tripod legs extended here. So if I do want to set this down, tilt this up, and do a quick little vlog while I'm out. Oh, let me back to the low setting there. Do a quick little vlog if I need to. I can do that. And if you need a little bit more height, you can set it on something if you're out and about, you've got your car or whatever. Pretty cool. It's a nice little tripod stand there. But I don't know how this mic sounds. You guys let me know. Again, now we're going to go back to the studio. All right, movie magic there. So I am back, and as you notice in that range test, when I was facing the receiver, audio was just perfectly fine. But once I turn away, you would notice the audio would cut off. That is written in the manual. You get 10 meters without barriers, and then it will probably start to cut out. But if you get up to 50 meters with no barriers, so that's when I turned around, it would have a clear signal to the receiver there, and it would be just fine. I'm sure if I would have kept backing up, I would have eventually cut off, but it seemed like I got over 100+ feet away and the signal was just fine. So that's a good thing. Audio with this microphone is fairly good. It's no Rode microphone or anything like that. It's no expensive Neumann or anything like that, but it will get the job done. It's only around 60 or so bucks with coupons, usually on Amazon. It's small, it's compact, it's good for a run and gun situation when you're vlogging and things like that, as long as you know what you're doing. And you can also edit the audio in post to get a little bit better sound. So that's always something to keep in mind when using some of the more or less expensive microphones. So overall, I give this mic 2 thumbs up. It's a pretty decent mic. Sounds good. I'll be using it for some of my vlogging. I'm going to be taking some trips here in the near future, and this will be my go-to mic for getting good audio into my mirrorless camera. So I'll let you guys go. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions about the Photry Wireless Microphone, comment down below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. You guys be safe out there, and peace out.